Hey, Mike McGroarty here. I want to, in just a few minutes here, I'm going to show you the most awesome way in the world to get a really good, really nice, professionally done cover done for your book. But first, we'll talk a little bit about book covers, and I want you to meet a couple of friends of mine. So this is Fergus. This guy coming in over here is Finnegan. Yeah, Finnegan's got the white face. These are two really good friends of mine. They're pretty good guys here, and they over the years they've appeared in a lot of our videos. They run for president. They've done all kinds of fun things. So, and they've eaten our plants. Yeah. When we're trying to shoot video, they eat the plants. But anyway, you want that, huh? Here you go. So anyway, what I want to talk to you about today is making a cover for your book. This was the very first book that I wrote. I published this thing back in 1996. It was a different world back then. Printing was way different. The internet was a baby. Way back in 96, I think I paid about $850 to have this cover design. Now, back then, printing presses could only print in one color. There was no such thing as print on demand. And so in order to print something like this book has two colors on the cover, green and black ink, but it really has three colors because all of this yellow had to be printed on the page before the black and the green could be put on. So to make a book cover like this, it had to go through the printing press 3 times because the presses would only print one color of ink at a time. So you had to print all the yellow on there and then completely clean up the press. I mean really clean it up. It was a job. And then print the green and then print the black. So, but to give you an idea, way back, and you're talking about this book, it not only changed my life, but it changed the life of a whole bunch of other people. Mostly because it opened a whole bunch of doors for me, which opened doors for other people. And if you read my upcoming book here, that's not even published. It should be done in a few days here. Mike the Village Idiot wrote a book, the Village Idiot wrote a book. I don't even know the title of the thing. Okay, the Village Idiot wrote a book. Lives Were Changed. So that's going to be my upcoming book. I'm working on that now. That's why I'm doing these videos. I'm in the process of getting the book, a cover designed. But so back then, and the craziest thing is, I had no money. I didn't know what I was doing. But I really drew my own images for the book because I couldn't afford to hire an artist. And I'm just showing you this to show you that whatever you do doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be professional. It just has to be informative and interesting. So here's another one of my crazy hand-drawn images. And trust me, I'm not an artist. I can barely write my name. So anyway, in 96, this book cover cost me about $850 to get designed, and I had to look and really back then, most people were charging about $4,000 to design a book cover. So I had to look high and low to find somebody that I can afford. So, all right, now let's get started. I want to show you, I'm going to show you 2 really good options for getting a cover designed for your book. These 2 books are 2 books that I self-published, I don't know, I think right around 20 years ago. And I did them through a publisher that they provided an artist, or their art team to design the covers for me. But I paid like $2,500 for each book to get the thing printed, or to get it published. They were printed on demand, so I didn't have to buy thousands of books up front. Like when I did this book back in 96, the free landscape plant book, I had to pre-order 3,000 books, which was crazy. But you don't have to do that anymore. Today you can get it published and buy as many books as you need. So anyway, this was designed by the people in the artwork department at the publishing company that I used. And then same thing with this one. I kind of told them what I wanted. They did a good job. They got it done. But I'm going to show you a couple of ways to really get a great book cover professionally done for you. So I'm going to jump to the computer and I'm going to take a stab at doing screen capture. Not something I'm real good at, but let's take a shot at it. Look at so first place I'm going to take you to get to where you can get a book cover designed pretty inexpensively, and you can get a pretty good job. They'll do a pretty good job for you. Is Fiverr.com. So this is Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Fiverr with 2 R's. So I'm just going to, in the search, this is on the homepage, I'm going to type in book cover. Book cover design. And now this is going to bring up people who are willing to design a book cover for you. And these are your options. So under $25, 25 to 50, 50 to 125. And basically, you know, like right here, I will design a book cover with illustration and semi-realistic style. I've used Fiverr before. I used it for the last book that I published. It worked out really well, and it's pretty inexpensive. I mean, depending on you kind of pick your price range, and in that price range, you can pick designers. So this one offers video consultations, which is pretty handy. I've used Fiverr a few different times for different things. I think I only had them do one book cover for me, but it worked out really well. I was happy with it, and I don't remember. I think I did pay, you know, maybe $100, $150, maybe more. I don't even remember. But when I was uploading my new book, the one that I'm working on now, to BarnesandNoble.com, they showed me the option to actually get my book or start a contest through 99designs.com. So if you just go to 99designs.com, one of the options is to create a contest, and so the fee is $299. But you get a money back guarantee. So if you get, like, I think they said for $299, you can get up to 30 different designs. And you have a money back guarantee. If you don't like any of them, then you can simply get out of it. Or one of the options was to waive the guarantee and commit to paying $299 no matter what. And they said the option to that was that the upside to that was that you would probably have more designers competing because they know you're going to pick one of the covers. So that's what I did, is I waived the guarantee, and you know, I was supposed to get at least 30 different book cover designs. And actually, if you look right here, I got 92 designs. So, and these are the designs that I got. I kind of like this. So basically what I did is these designs, because they trickle in over a period of about 4 days. The ones that I really like, I clicked on 5 stars because you can rate them up here. I really wasn't comfortable giving somebody 1 or 2 stars. So the covers that I really liked, I gave them a 5-star, and that way I can go up here and click on them and then just review the 5-star. But let's kind of scroll down through here and take a look at, you know, what, like this one. I mean, it's not that here they show the back cover. Not all designers show the back cover in this phase. They will, because you go through about 4 different phases when you're doing this thing. So this is a cover that I really like because it stands out, but it's probably not what I'm looking for. This one I liked a lot. This one is actually number 81, so this is the 81st design to come in. And here's a second version with this purple panel. I'm not in love with that. So I gave this one 5 stars. That way I can go back and easily find it and review it compared to the other ones that I like. So there's a few more that, I mean, they're all really good designs. So you kind of, you know, you give them a kind of an idea what you're looking for, or you can give them complete freedom. You know, here's another one. And I don't know whether it's ego that I like the ones with my picture on the front cover, or if I just think that it's more curious and people are more likely to pick up the book. So the name of the book that I've got coming out is The Village Idiot Wrote a Book. And I'll show you
on one of these. If I go back up here, yeah, let's click on this one, because that, okay, there it is, largest. So I told them that the title was The Village Idiot Wrote a Book, subtitle Lives Were Changed. And then on the back cover, I gave them some copy for the back cover. No, actually, I was looking like a little bit of an author bio, but it's not included here yet. But that's something that, see if I can get back to where I'm going. But that's, I can work with the designer to get that added. There's another designer that did include it. Let's go to page 2 here. So what I say, I had like 90 different designs to choose from, so I paid $299. Okay, this is the one. Enlarge that a little bit. So then, this was kind of a bio thing. I didn't really know what I was doing when I did my brief on what I wanted, but so he picked up on it. I think so basically it says, Michael J. McGroarty, I am a dirt farmer at heart and in life, but my passion for plants allowed me to create an online platform that has inspired thousands of people around the world. This book is that story. So that kind of, between that blurb and then the back cover copy kind of explains what the story of the book is about. So as we scroll down through here, you can see that there are a lot of different ideas, and it would be hard pressed to not find something in here that you really, really like. I mean, so what I did is like this one, I liked it. I gave it 5 stars. That way I can go back and just review the ones that I've given 5 stars. Go to page 3. These are the earliest ones that came in. Now, like this designer, he's done several different versions, which is really nice. He or she, I don't really know for sure. So this is the first design that came in. It's okay, but it's not really what I'm looking for. The first one that caught my eye was this one. I like it a lot, but I don't really think it's what I'm looking for. So now, if we go back to the top, I guess maybe we gotta go back to page 1. 3 to 5 stars. So I've got 9 of them that I've given 5 stars to. So these are the 9 that I'm going to go through and review and figure out which one I like the best. And then from there, there's different phases of the process here. So this phase was here. Well, you complete a brief. The brief is here. So this is how you start. You tell them everything that you're interested in, what you're not interested in, what you expect, and then you submit the brief, and then the designers get to work. Back to designs. So let's see, qualifying round. This is done. Designers submit copies. You guide designers with feedback, enhance your brief for best results. So now I'm going to finish the second phase where I have to select my finalists. But from here, it's going to go pretty quickly because I'll probably within the next hour here get that figured out, and then I imagine probably within a day or so I'll have a finished book cover that I can take over to Barnes & Noble Press and include that with my book and get my book published. It's a very, very simple process. Way better than what I went through when I did my first book years ago, or even my second 2 books. The first book cost me $4,000 because I had to pay like $850 for a cover design, and I had to pre-order 3,000 copies of the book because print on demand just wasn't a thing back in '96. And then like 20 years ago when I did the other 2 books, print on demand was a thing, but I still paid $2,500 per book to get them published, which included the cover design. Excuse me, but I didn't get that many options. So So this, between Barnes and Noble allowing you to really publish your book for free, and then 99 Cover Designs or Fiverr, it's very, very simple. And you know, the hardest part is getting the book written. The rest of it is very, very easy. So anyway, that's my story, and I hope that this helps you with your project and your book cover design. And by any and all means, stay inspired.